All right. So now Nigerians out there are asking, how really does this concern us? So my question would be, what really does it do for the Nigerian people? What really does it? What does it achieve for the Nigerian nation as a whole?
Yeah, that's a very valid question. So if you think about it, I think when the President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board, there was a renewed hope strategy document that was released, and priority 8 of that document speaks to service delivery. And when it talks about service delivery, we're talking about service delivery in terms of how do we, when I say we, the MDAs, ministry, department, and agencies of government provide services to the citizenry. Now, how better would we provide services without, first of all, ensuring that whatever data, whatever interaction that the citizens of the country are going to consume are in digital format? What that does is it allows ease of communication, it encourages productivity and collaboration amongst the agencies, and it improves efficiency. So ultimately, communication between the citizenry that are consuming the service and the government who is providing the service is bridged and is a lot easier and a lot faster.
Okay, so you were saying Nigerians can now access public services a lot faster, a lot easier. Is that what we're saying?
Ultimately, I think, well, the MDAs have a mandate, again, from the strategic policy document of the ministry, as well as the renewed hope strategic plan of the government, that all MDAs must be digitalized by 2025. So what I can say is by that time, I can safely say that a lot of the government services that are already digitalized will be consumed in an easier, faster, quicker fashion by citizens of the country.
All right, I think that's very important, especially coming into this the digital democracy, which we have tied this whole theme around. You see, it says, how can Nigeria leverage this digital, democracy through the platform like that? How can it work? Digital democracy, accountability of the government and all that. How can it work using a platform like the One Government Cloud solution?
So the One Government Cloud is part of a larger framework, right? The larger framework, I'm sure you've heard the Honorable Minister of Science and, Honorable Minister Dr. Tijani speak about this several times, which is called Digital Public, DPI, Digital Public Infrastructure. Now, OneGov framework is part of a larger ecosystem of the DPI, which it sits under, right? So what that does is, across a single plane, basically, of interaction between the government as well as the citizenry, right? So when we talk about things like your driver's license, we talk about things like your passport, we talk about things like your NIN. The digital public infrastructure is meant to bring all these things together. And the OneGov platform is just part of that framework. It's just one of those things that's, the sum of all parts that brings everything together. So as the minister has promised, the DPI is already work in progress. Galaxy Backbone is responsible for building the digital exchange because, again, we have disparate forms of data, as you know. FRS is collecting data, NIMS is collecting data, but we must make sure that we provide some infrastructure, which is the data exchange platform, that all of these come into, which also includes the One Government Cloud framework, to ensure that there's just one
platform, for everybody to communicate.
Pane for everybody to come into and to take whatever services you want to take out of it.